Okay, so smaller, rugged devices is something that I really appreciate. Not everybody wants a huge 6+ inch device carried in any pocket. Some people love smaller devices. I've reviewed a bunch of sub 4-inch devices here on this YouTube channel. So when Fossibot hit me up asking me to give them my thoughts about the all-new Fossibot F16 Pro 5G, well, I was interested because this device has some camera features that's supposed to be mind-blowing. This is supposed to be a device that's competing with action cameras. So let me give you my thoughts about it. Sit back, relax, and get your popcorn ready and follow me on this journey. Let's go. What's up, guys? This is Zach back with another video. So the Fossibot F16 Pro has a 4.05-inch IPS 540 by 1168 pixel 120 Hz display. Now it's rocking a Dimensity 7300 processor with 12 gigs of RAM that can be expanded up to 24 gigs of RAM using RAM expansion. 256 gigs of storage with SD card support. Now, powering this little tiny device is a 3700 milliamp battery. And yes, the charger comes in a box. We know that's a feature now, right? Now, let's talk about these cameras. On the back, you got a 50 megapixel main, a 48 megapixel 152.6 degrees ultra wide camera. We got a 32 megapixel front camera. Now this device is running Android 16 to boot with January 2026 security patches. Now the F16 Pro is IP68 and IP69K with military grade drop resistance up to 1.5 meters. But we have the usual suspects here. We got dual SIM support or SIM and SD card support. We got NFC, GPS, Bluetooth 5.4, a side-mounted fingerprint scanner, and stuff like that. Now, as far as the price, is unknown because this device is still under the Kickstarter program right now, but I will leave all product links down in the description below. Okay, so let's talk about the build quality of the F16 Pro. It's 59 millimeters wide, 114 millimeters tall, and 23 millimeters thick, and it weighs about 207 grams. Now on the right side, you got your volume buttons here, you got your power/fingerprint scanner, and you have a dedicated camera button here. Now on the left side, you got your SIM card slots, also with a charging port, a programmable button, right? And at the bottom here, you have a mount, which will come in handy if you want to use this for an action camera. Now in the front, you do have the 4.05-inch IPS display. Now it's not the brightest display, and it's not the best display, but it's okay. But overall, the build quality, it's real sturdy, feels real good in the hand. And I tell you, I would give it 2 solid thumbs up when it comes down to the build quality of this device. Okay, so if you follow my channel, you already know that I'm a huge fan of the Dimensity processors, right? They are very good for battery life and great performance overall. Well, the F16 Pro is using that awesome Dimensity 7300 processor, mid-range processor with 12 gigs of RAM. And I can tell you, with my experience playing games on it, it works very well, right? Plus, with the smooth 120 Hertz refresh rate, you're going to get an overall good experience when it comes down to performance out of this device. But just remember, it's a mid-range processor. The 7300 is a mid-range processor. But overall, with a device this small and with an IPS display at 4 inches, you ain't gonna have no problems with performance out of this device. Okay, so the main star of the show is the camera system. Now, there's 2 camera apps here on this device. You got an action camera and you have a regular camera app. It kind of does the same thing, right? The action camera app has a dedicated 48 megapixel still shot, and the regular camera app has a 50 megapixel still shot. And listen, I don't see the difference in both of them. I can tell you, when I did the still shots with both of these using the 48 megapixel and the 50 megapixel, I don't see any difference here. But let me show you guys some camera footage, and I'm gonna come back and give you my thoughts about it. So check this out. Okay, so the cameras did a great job overall, right? The optical image stabilization did a good job, but the stills were surprisingly good here. The video kind of suffered a little bit with ups and downs of ISO, you know, getting bright, getting dark and stuff like that. Some things was blowing out. It's a little mess, right? The images is a little inconsistent. Hopefully a software update can fix that, right? The slow-mo footage was okay, right? A bit jittery here and there. But when I try to use the bokeh, it definitely doesn't work. Like the bokeh doesn't work. Also, the HDR kind of gave me some issues. It kind of just doesn't work. And check this out, right? I believe one of the reasons why the video footage kind of wasn't that great was that this device is only using 3.7 megapixel of the camera, pushing a 4K image. Hopefully a software update can fix that, right? That we can use the full image capability of either the 12 megapixel or maybe the 48 megapixel or the 50 megapixel, but it's only using 3.7 megapixel of the camera. So the video footage kind of a meh, right? Even with the action footage. Now, I can tell you that the photo footage was really good, but you know, when I try to use the video footage of this device, the star of the show, right, of this phone is the very wide angle lens, right? And that works great as advertised, right? Some of the highlighted footage that I shot in this video was really good. I don't want to talk too bad about it because this is a device that haven't been released yet. I'm sure that software updates can fix some of this stuff, but overall, when I was using this to walk, to go around the little statue that I always do in my videos, I noticed that it got bright, and then it got dark, then it got bright, and then some of the other video footage that I shot, the ISO just go way up and way down, so it was very inconsistent. But they do have a pro mode on this device that you can't dial down everything to get complete consistency, but the auto mode on the action cam and on the regular camera app need a little work. Now, shooting it in 4K, you can only get 30 frames per second. Now, you can shoot in 2K and you can get 60 frames per second, just so you know. So the frame rates all depends on what resolution that you shoot in. So you don't get 4K 60 out of the action cam. You can get 4K 30. So if you want to do slow motion shots by slowing it down in post, you got to go to 2K or 1080p, or just use the slow motion on the device that it comes with. That's in the camera app. But yeah, the main star of the show of this device is the action camera. And listen, I'm gonna keep it real no matter what, right? If this device get updates, if it get any kind of enhancements, I will do follow-up videos. As y'all guys know, I do many videos on the same device, and I will do a follow-up video of this device. As of me recording this video, this device is not out. It's still on Kickstarter program. So this is probably a pre-release unit, and I'm gonna treat it like a pre-release unit until, you know, the actual device get launched. But this is, you know, a little constructive criticism. I think this device will be fine after a little TLC, a little update to kind of fix some of the bugs with the camera app. All right, if you want to see more rugged devices here on this YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. This is Eric. See you guys on the next video. Peace.